Velina mai ke aloha e na ohana. The moment has come. The ceremony is about to begin. Please rise. Please remain standing. Yes, let's give a round of applause. Please remain standing as we sing our Campus Oli. The words for our Mele Hono Uli Uli can be found in your program, and we encourage you to join in. E o palehua kuahivila. E o palehua kuahivila. Ke kuahivi no hoi kalani. O ka pole ka pula. Ka pu'ui no hoi ka aina. O ka papa puhi ka lokola. Ka loko ino hoi kai. O hono uli uli la. He aina aloha o Eva. Aloha mai e na puala. Na puaha ahe o ka aina. Aloha mai e na puala. Na puaha ahe o ka aina. Please be seated. Velina mai ke aloha, ohana aloha kakaiaka. Welcome to the 2024 mid-year commencement. And we are pleased and privileged to have you here for this momentous occasion. My name is Roel Velasco, and I will serve as your MC today. First, mahalo to Dr. Manu Meyer and Dr. Lelemia Irvine and our trio of student singers, Noah Padilla, Ashley Bardanyagi, and Alex Lugo for leading our mele. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, please give a warm welcome to UH West Oahu Vice Chancellor for Administration, David McDonald, who will offer Ho'oia Aina, our land acknowledgement.
Aloha mai kako. Greetings, my name is David McDonald, and it is my honor to serve as the Vice Chancellor of Administration here at the University of Hawaii, West Oahu. I am an immigrant to this Aina, who now calls Eva home. As a Nisei, I trace my roots to Japan on my mother's side, and Scotland and Eastern Europe on my father's side. On behalf of the University of Hawaii, West Oahu, it is with profound reflection that I offer up this land acknowledgement, recognizing Hawaii as the indigenous space where the descendants of the original people are today identified as Native Hawaiians. I recognize that each moment I am in Hawaii, I am nourished and gifted with the opportunity to breathe fresh air, eat from enriched soils, drink from storied waters, bathe in warm sunlight, swim in blue oceans, feel the kiss of soft rains, and the touch of cool winds. I further recognize that generations of indigenous Hawaiians and their knowledge systems shaped Hawaii in sustainable ways that allows me to enjoy these gifts today. For this, I am grateful as an immigrant. I seek to support the varied strategies that indigenous peoples of Hawaii are using to protect their land and communities, and I commit to dedicating time and resources to working in solidarity. The University of Hawaii, West Oahu aligns with the University of Hawaii's commitment to foster the well-being of all of our students within an indigenous lens through academic and social processes throughout the 10-campus system-wide transformation we call Hawaii Papa'okea'au. With much aloha, I, David McDonald, welcome all gathered here today to celebrate the ancestral knowledge and the excellence of our students, faculty, and staff. We acknowledge this Aina Vela of Kapolei in the Ahupa'a of Honolulu, in the Moku of Ewa, within the Mokupuni of Oahu. Aloha no.
Mahalo nui, Vice Chancellor McDonald. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the University of Hawaii West Oahu Band, who will perform the Star Spangled Banner and Hawaii Pono'i. Please rise. Please be seated. Mahalo nui to our UH West Oahu Band and its director, Chad Kamei. Please give a warm welcome to the University of Hawaii West Oahu Chancellor, Mainette Benham.
All right. Velina mai e nā haumana, nā kumu, nā ohana, a me nā hoaloha. E ia kāko ma ka papahana puka kula wā lua hā ule lau. O ka makahiki e lua kaukani I waka lua kumu hā. Me ke kula nui o Hawaii ma o ahu komohana. I ka ahu pua'a a o hono uli uli, ma ka moku o Ewa, ma ka moku puni o ahu, ma ka pai aina o Hawaii nei. Aloha. Welcome, students, faculty and staff, family and friends, to our mid-year commencement at the University of Hawaii, West Oahu. Mahalo for joining us to celebrate the brilliant achievements of our graduates. Before we begin, I would like to recognize our commencement committee, faculty and staff, students and alumni, friends and volunteers who have helped to make this a special day. So let's give them a big mahalo to all our volunteers. Pa'i lima, a round of applause. I would also like to take this opportunity to mahalo our Na'ulu Winds, our University of Hawaii West Oahu band under the direction of Dr. Chadwick Kamei and Dr. Michael Nakasone, who will be representing the University of Hawaii West Oahu and the state of Hawaii in an invitation-only Midwest Clinic International Band and Orchestra Conference this coming week. So, a big hand to Na'ulu Winds. To our mid-year graduates, on behalf of the University of Hawaii West Oahu Ohana, I offer my warmest congratulations on your academic success. This is the culmination of your commitment and your hard work. Over the last several years, you have each endured and overcome challenges, large and not so small. When I think about your achievement, I think of the Olelo no Eau, o ka pi'i no ya koki o wailau. This is used in admiration for someone who reaches the top despite difficulties. Indeed, o ka pi'i no la ya koki o wailau. We stand in admiration of you. You have adapted and grown during these unprecedented times of change and adversity. You have had to be resourceful, resilient, and relentless, which has undoubtedly enriched you, adding to your tenacity, passion, and humanity. There's a saying, I always say this at graduation, that we are our ancestors' wildest dreams. I believe that each of you have achieved and will achieve so much more than your ancestors would have ever imagined. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. Ho'omaikai ia o kou a I mua I pupukahi I holomua na poki. Congratulations to you, our graduates. It is time for you to sail forward.
Mahalo nui, Chancellor Benham. We are pleased to introduce our distinguished guests with us. Please rise as your name is called and remain standing. Will the audience please withhold your applause until all are recognized? Senator Henry Aquino, Senator Mike Gabbard, Representative Diamond Garcia, Representative Kanani Souza, former UH Leadership Regent Diane Paloma, UH President David Lasner, from our community partners, Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Kelly with UH Manoa ROTC, Hawaii Tokai International College Chancellor Naoto Yoshikawa, Kapolei Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Kieran Polk. We are grateful for all that you have done to support the university and our students, and are honored that you could be a part of today's celebration. Please give our distinguished guests a round of applause. Mahalo nui, you may be seated. Now, welcome our Interim Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Michael Ferruto.
We are fortunate to have with us today Dr. David Lasner, our 15th president of the University of Hawaii system. As you know, President Lasner will be retiring at the end of this month after 47 years of service. that was largely shaped by his work in information and communications technology. During his tenure of over 11 years as president, Dr. Lasner has worked to make UH financially secure and stable, helping funders to see us as the entity best equipped to tackle a problem or address a challenge. He has focused on growing our capacity for creating innovation and entrepreneurship, including building physical spaces for it, like the Rise Center next to the Manoa campus. With his leadership, we have a robust strategic plan that focuses on our kuleana to Native Hawaiians, developing successful students, meeting Hawaii's workforce needs, and diversifying Hawaii's economy through innovation and research at UH. He has worked with leadership so that all our campuses, units, departments, and faculty and staff work better than ever as a whole system. And all these accomplishments, some accomplished amidst very difficult challenges, such as COVID-19, have helped our larger Hawaii community see the true value of UH. On a personal note, several months ago, I had a meeting with the Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke, President Lasner, and others at the state capitol on the development of Hawaii's teacher preparation program. One factor that impressed me most was how much President Lasner deeply cares about our keiki, the community, and the state, which I believe will be his everlasting legacy. We welcome to the stage President David Lasner to share with us his thoughts this morning.
Mahalo, Michael, and mahalo to all of you for being here today. Let me first say how special it is to be here on just a spectacular morning. I've been here a number of times when we didn't have this beautiful weather to enjoy the amazing setting in which this campus is located. And pardon me, as I approach my graduation, I'm more reflective than usual, but the commitment that the University of Hawaii system made before my time as president to develop this campus was based on understanding the needs of this community for a university closer and different than UH Manoa. And today is an example of why that was so important and why that mission has delivered value for the region, the island, and the entire state of Hawaii. It's bittersweet for me. This is the last time I'll get to congratulate UH West Oahu graduating class as UH president. It's bitter because when people ask me what will I miss most, there is no question in my mind. It is commencements, because this is the time when I get to see all of you smiling, proud, well, mostly smiling, come on, you can do it, but all proud of what you have accomplished and relieved that it's over. My last degree took me 12 years, so probably none of you have beaten that record, but it really feels good, I know, to complete it. And I get to see just the pride and joy on the faces of the ohana and the friends. And for you graduates, I know you know this, but just as a reminder, these are the people who made it possible for you, and I hope you all find ways to thank them in the hours, days, and weeks ahead. But it's sweet because for me, my university education, including my UH degree, it just has given me a life beyond what I could ever have imagined, beyond my ancestors' wildest dreams, for sure. And I'm truly ready now to enjoy a relaxing and fulfilling retirement. But today, my hopes and dreams are all about you. Whether you go into the workplace, whether you continue on for more education, or pursue another path of your own, I know that your time here at UH West Oahu has given you the tools that you need to continue striving and learning adjusting to life's changes, challenges, and to be able to seize the opportunities before you on your unique journey of life to achieve your own aspirations. As a University of Hawaii graduate, you are now equipped with the knowledge, skills, and abilities that will help you reach your goals and make a difference for yourselves, your families, your communities, our islands, and for some of you will touch the entire world with what you're about to do. I just can't wait to see it all. So, ho mai kaiana, you did it.
We have a very special acknowledgement from the University of Hawaii West Oahu faculty, staff, and students to President Lasner.
Uhola ia ka makaloala, hua I ke alohala. Kukai ia ka haloala, hawehi mai nā lehua. Mai ka ho'oku ia ka halawaila, mahalo e nā kua. Mahalo e nā kapuna laea, mahalo me ke alohala. Mahalo me ke alohala.
Manu I ke kiwa I ke kualono I I luna o Hawaii nui ake ai Hey leo whahi mahalo no oe I ko aloha, I ko lave I ko ikiyama ko na haumana I ke ia wahi kupuna wahi vela Wahi o Hawaii nui ake ai Oh, kumunui I ke ia kulanui Aloha mai, aloha vali ai E la vale no mako I ke kumunui o Hawaii nui akia O dakira lasane hei noa e ke kapu no ai Umai Aloha
President Lasner, this kihei is given to you to acknowledge your leadership and contributions to our university. There are two images in the pattern, the kukui leaf, which like the tree symbolizes the high regard given to knowledge and its attainment. The other image presents a pattern found in the wing marking of the pueo, the native owl, who made Honouliuli its home and is still found here today. The lei is made of la'i, a vital canoe plant brought to Hawaii by the first Hawaiians and which gives protection to the wearer. It is entwined with lei hala. Hala means to pass, and the lei symbolizes the completion of an important period of time, which after today, actually December 31st, 2024, will have passed behind you. This is a gift from the students of the University of Hawaii, West Oahu, made lovingly by Hiva Campbell. This o'o, a traditional Hawaiian farming tool still in use today, is made of ohia from Hawaii Island and was carved for you by Palauan carver Anthony Watson, a UH Manoa Fine Arts graduate. It symbolizes your many years cultivating opportunities, pathways, and means of sustenance for students, faculty, and staff of this university. The mele, entitled Ikea Kaukini He Lavaia Manu, a mele pai aili'i. This mele is used by the Royal Hawaiian Societies to praise or bestow honor to a leader. Dr. Leila Mia Irvine presented this mele to celebrate and honor your commitment, perseverance, and aloha for the University of Hawaii, which helps us all to grow and flourish. Haleu mahalo palena ole ke ia la oe. This is our expression of boundless gratitude to you for all you have done to uplift us, strengthen us, and prepare us for the work that is yet to be done. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. President David Lasner.
On behalf of the University of Hawaii, West Oahu Ohana, mahalo nui, President Lasner. Now, our Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Harold Barkoff, will recognize the candidates for graduation with distinction and honor.
Aloha mai kako. Mahalo no kea hui ana a kako. Ano ke kono ana ia ui kama ili upu me o ko I kea la. Ma kea aina aloha o kapolei. What a beautiful day here today, and we are blessed with such cooling makani, and we are also blessed with having the opportunity to celebrate those students now who graduate with distinction. Based on a 4-point scale, these candidates have earned a minimum grade point average of 3.75 and have completed at least 30 credits at UH West Oahu. You will find their names of these outstanding students marked with a pueo feather in your program. Will all those graduating with distinction and wearing a yellow store rise or raise your hand, please? In addition, the graduating class includes several members who were selected for national honor societies, such as Alpha Phi Sigma, Alpha Delta Kappa, Golden Key International Honor Society, Kappa Delta Pi, National Society of Leadership and Success, Lambda Alpha, Psi Chi Sigma Tau Delta. To symbolize this achievement, these students are adorned with cords of various colors, pins, and medallions. Will those students please rise or raise your hand? We would also like to call upon those students who augmented their studies by participating in service learning. Those with the service learning red stole, please rise or raise your hand. We would like to recognize those students who served in various capacities on our chartered student organizations, including the Associate Students of West Oahu, Campus Center Board, Student Media Board, and Student Activity Fee Board. Thank you for fostering our thriving student life. Please rise or raise your hand. May our candidates who completed their degrees via our distance education program and who traveled from the neighbor islands or outside of the state to participate in today's ceremonies, please rise or raise your hand. Last, but certainly not least, we would like to recognize our ROTC graduates, student veterans, and current service members, and thank them for their service. For our veterans and service members, including those in the audience, please rise or raise your hand. To thank our veterans for their service, the red, white, and blue cords were funded this semester by the veteran faculty members of West Oahu, led by David Din from the Business Division. Mahalo. Nui ko'u mahalo i ka ho'ohanohano ana i keia mau haumana e pa'i lima kako. Round of applause for our students. Thank you all. You may be seated. May I please invite Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Dio Vono, to introduce the first of our student speakers.
Our first student speaker, Travis James Antonacci, is a candidate for the Bachelor of Arts with a concentration in history. The Kauai Island resident completed an associate in science degree in creative media before becoming a distance learning student at West Oahu. He served as a distant education assistant advisor, assisting and supporting West Oahu students residing on Kauai, and he has worked as a graphic designer and media manager with the Kauai Community College Department of Marketing and Outreach. Additionally, he served as the West Oahu The Pu'eo Press associate editor. He was awarding the Outstanding Academic Achievement in Humanities Award in spring 2024 and the Hybrid Student Research Symposium and Creative Works Award in April 2024. Following his graduation, he plans on pursuing a master's degree in education and is committed to giving back to Kauai students by serving as a high school history and special education teacher. Lucky Kauai. You guys are lucky. Please give a warm welcome to Travis James Antonacci.
Aloha mai kako. Mahalo nui to all of you here, and thank you to all watching at home via the live stream. Among those watching at home is my grandma. I love you, Graham. I hope you're feeling better, and I'll see you soon. The great Cicero once wrote, "In oratory, the very cardinal sin is to depart from the language of everyday life." With that spirit in mind, please, I want to hear you cheer when I say, "How are we feeling today, Kapolei! Sorry. So that was officially the coolest thing I've ever done. But wait, my friends, wait. I have a confession to make. I did not attend my high school graduation ceremony. Instead, I went out and got a tattoo because at the time, I thought it would leave a greater impression than a few hours in a cap and gown. While it definitely left a mark, I've come to realize that milestones, such as commencement, are moments to acknowledge and thank the individuals who have helped us along the way. When I first enrolled at UH West Oahu, I did not know the meaning of the word pilina, which translates to relationships and connections. Yet through the mentorship, support, and friendships I have experienced, I now stand before you today with the profound realization that pilina is the most essential lesson I could have ever learned during my journey. You see, when I left Kauai Community College, I felt defeated in a strange way. I had just spent the previous 2 years essentially learning how to be a college student. And the connections that I made were seemingly gone. For the first time in my life, I felt completely alone. And I'm sure many of my fellow transfer and distance education students felt the exact same way. Over time, I found that my perspective was wrong. I was not starting from scratch at UH West Oahu. Rather, I was expanding on the connections and the network that I had developed at Kauai CC. However, building these new connections and these new relationships did not happen overnight. It took real time, effort, and dedication. We're talking countless Zoom office hours meetings and a handful of inter-island flights. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes it was awkward, nerve-wracking, and challenging. But let's face it, every moment was worth it because we could not have made it to this point, here, today, together, without the support and encouragement of others. Take a moment now to look around. See the familiar faces in the crowd. Go ahead, guys. Each one of us has a professor, an advisor, and a peer who is incredibly proud to see us walk across this stage. And of course, our ohana, who have stood by us from the very beginning. That is why we are here today. I'm here for Dr. Kim Kompak from UH West Oahu's History Department, who took me under her wing when we embarked on a directed reading course together. I'm here for Dr. Alexis Iram, Kauai Community College's social sciences instructor, who has helped me more times in recent memory alone than I can possibly say in the time allotted. The same goes for the University Center at Kauai CC. For Kealohi Perry, College Success Advisor to the stars. And for my buddy Sean Cooey, a fellow Kauai-based history student who I shared many laughs and plans for the future with in between classes. You taught me the meaning and importance of pilina, and for that, I will always be thankful. Now, this ceremony is about more than just our individual achievements. It is a celebration of the community that has uplifted us all. So as you leave this ceremony, as you begin to celebrate with your friends and your family, I ask of you only two things. Please make your appreciation known. A heartfelt mahalo nui loa, fa'afatai teli lava, or grazie mille, can truly mean the world to those who have supported you. And as you move forward, no matter how far you travel or how high you soar, carry the wisdom that you gained here at UH West Oahu with you. Share it with others. Remember, it takes time and effort to build Pilina, but ultimately these relationships and connections are what makes life meaningful. With that, I want to say congratulations and mahalo for the journey we have shared. I wish each and every one of you the absolute best. Aloha.
Thank you, Travis, for that very touching speech. Our second speaker, Jared Kaeo McCann, is a candidate for the Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity with a concentration in cyber operations. The Kapolei resident transferred to the best university, UH West Oahu, from Manoa in fall 2022. In spring 2024, he actually made the best decision too, by the way. He received his first degree from UH West Oahu, a Bachelor of Applied Science with a concentration in Information Security and Assurance. After graduating in May, he got a job at Hawaiian Electric, and I tell everyone that everyone should hire our students here. We've got the best students and the best graduates, where he works as an information assurance analyst. Throughout his 2 years at UH West Oahu, Jared has worked for the IT Help Desk and was also a member of the Health, Transportation, and Technology Committee. He was also Assistant Director of the Cybersecurity Coordination Center in spring 2024 and Assistant Director of the Cybersecurity Research Lab in fall 2024, both on-campus internship programs. After earning his second degree, he plans to go to graduate school while continuing to work in cybersecurity. Jared says he hopes to return to UH West Oahu to teach and share his knowledge and experiences with the next generation. It is my honor to welcome Jared Kaeo McCann.
Like many of you, when I graduated high school and started university back in 2019, I had no real future plans. I sort of knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how I was going to get there. The only thing I did know at the time was that I wanted to get a degree in cybersecurity. Now, 5 years later, I'm graduating my second degree, and I've already landed a full-time job working in cybersecurity for a local company. But this didn't come easy. You know, I've often received praise and compliments about how smart I must be to have achieved what I've achieved and to do all the things that I've done. However, that couldn't be farther from the truth. The reality is I had to work twice as hard as most of my peers just to understand the materials in my classes. I spent many late nights with little to no sleep just trying to finish assignments. I even transferred universities twice, and the year before I transferred to West Oahu, I failed every single one of my classes. I was lost and depressed, and that whole no future plans thing had really caught up to me. I was really starting to wonder if I even had what it takes, but I still didn't give up. Then and there, I made a commitment to not quit no matter what. I'm sure many people can relate to the feelings I had. Feelings of imposter syndrome, you're unsure of your degree, and you feel like you're just falling behind. But if you're here, then that means that you didn't quit. Despite the odds, you found a way to move forward. You likely got help and support from your friends, family, peers, and even your professors. You know, everyone fails at some point. Growing up, I was told that the only thing worse than failure is quitting. You can always come back from a loss, but once you decide to quit, then that's it. But sometimes you also have to decide if it's all really worth it. 2 years ago, I was faced with that same exact question. And I weighed my options, and I decided to keep going. Most of us here likely had to make a similar decision at some point. Everyone up here chose to keep going no matter what. No matter how tough things got, they didn't give up. And so with that, to all my peers, I'd like to say, be proud of your success. We know all of our failures, but everyone else only gets to see our achievements. Your failures are in the past, so leave them there. Accept the praise that you're receiving and be proud of what you've been able to accomplish. To everyone else, I'd like to leave you with a quote by Winston Churchill, where he said, "If you're going through hell, keep going." Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Travis and Jared, for your inspiring words and reflections, and congratulations. Now, UH West Oahu Faculty Senate Chair Stan Orr will give the final salutation to the graduates on behalf of the faculty. Let's welcome him to the front.
Thank you. Well, it's of course a pleasure to celebrate with you here today. Rather, I should say it's certainly or most assuredly a pleasure to be with you here today. Not too long ago, it occurred to me that I was overusing the expression "of course." For example, if I would hold the door for someone and they would thank me, I might say, "of course," rather than "you're welcome" or "no problem." Then again, it seems everyone is saying "of course" more than they used to. And at this point, you might be thinking, to use a couple other common expressions, "so what?" Or "what's the difference?" Or perhaps even, "who cares?" My thought for you today is that now more than ever, the "of course" gesture holds a special meaning that bears closer examination. In reflecting on this occasion, I had a look into the Campbell Library's Oxford English Dictionary, which is a great resource for all of us here at UHWO, and I'd like to thank the library staff and the administration for underwriting our subscription. We appreciate that. According to the OED, "of course" is an adverbial phrase that means, quote, "belonging to the usual or ordinary procedure, customary, formulaic, and conventional," close quote. There's an implication of training, habituation, and perhaps even constraint. To speak plainly, when I replace "you're welcome" with "of course," it suggests, don't bother to thank me, I really didn't have any choice, or I'm compelled to do this by social pressure or the requirements of my position. But you all are in a unique position to challenge a world replete with "of courses." Throughout your time at UH West Oahu, you have taken many courses, all of which add up to a rigorous course of study. This is right and good and consistent with the meaning of course as a comprehensive educational program. However, this curriculum has also endowed you with the abilities to embrace another meaning of course as a journey, or we might say here at UHWO, a huaka'i that will take you to new places and opportunities. The fact that you are here today means that you have achieved a high degree of intellectual autonomy in the face of disinformation, dogma, and jingoism. You have learned to evaluate sources, analyze data, and share your findings and your vision through argument, artwork, or engaged praxis. Be encouraged that these formidable skills will enable you to think for yourself as you chart your own course in life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chair Orr. We will now proceed with the awarding of academic degrees and certificates. I would like to call Drs. Michael Ferruto, Interim Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, and Robin Tasaka from Student Affairs to the podium to present the candidates for degrees and certificates. Will Chancellor Bedham and Vice Chancellor Barkoff, Business Division Chair Franklin Kudo, and I'd like to invite both President Lasner and Regent Paloma to please come to the stage as part of the reception line. And will Faculty Marshal Stephen Taketa and Benny Liu please come forward to assist.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity, and Bachelor of Applied Science degree with concentration in Facilities Management, Information Technology, and Information Security and Assurance, please rise and come forward. Jeremy Rubin Gumbing, Management. Kaylee Moses Kunihiro, Management. Rao Castro, Management with Distinction. Nellie Jenkins, Management. Lorena Strona, Accounting. Joy Cootie, Accounting with Distinction. Nicole Cavada, Information Security and Assurance. Jean Marinel de Guzman, Accounting with Distinction. Mark Regin Vea, Accounting and Finance. Ronnie Kabang, Finance with Distinction. Festen Mankanamba, Marketing. Carolyn Butte, accounting. Dora May Guyala, General Business Administration. Jojo Pakubas, Finance. Azar Tinko, Marketing. Gabriel Guerrero, Finance. Haleberry Labasan, Management with Distinction. Amberly May Polinde, Hospitality and Tourism with Distinction. Alicia Rothstein, Accounting and Management with Distinction. Lauren Une, Hospitality and Tourism. Kawi Leong, Marketing. Katrina Jiang, Marketing with Distinction. Nicole Hyde, Management. Trisha Lagunero, Hospitality and Tourism with Distinction. Jared McCann, Cyber Operations with Distinction. Sarah Lynn Markham, Hospitality and Tourism with Distinction. Brandon Ilaban, Accounting. Samuela Lee Hang, Finance. Christopher Wagstaff, Marketing. Laura Ishihara, Accounting. Jocelyn Keolala Ulani. Keolala Ulani. Dalire. Amalia Pomayaloha Daliri. Rebecca Schafstall, Accounting with Distinction. Nohili Hong, General Business Administration. Natasha Marie Dinulang, Hospitality and Tourism with Distinction. Angelica Ramos, Marketing. Julianne Keha, Management with Distinction. Jessa May Sagario, Hospitality and Tourism. Dylan Akoba, Accounting. Jenna Higa, Hospitality and Tourism. Lilinoy Chinan, Finance with Distinction. Lara Asato, Management. Jacob Dillon, Finance. Noah Apuya, Management. Nathan Benaventi, Management with Distinction. Brian Agigi, General Business Admin with Distinction. Tiana Santos, Marketing with Distinction. Lilinoy Carveloa Pili Aloha, Business Administration, General Business Admin. Kenneth J. Laktarwin, Accounting. Cody Matsukawa, Management. Jasmine Rose Makarag, Accounting. Isabel Serrao, Accounting with Distinction. Lei Pualani Amisone, General Business Admin. Jamie Wright, Cyber Operations with Distinction. Jance Apuya, Information Security and Assurance with Distinction. Christopher Lopez, Information Security and Assurance with Distinction. Arnel Valdez, Information Security and Assurance with Distinction. Josiah Ednelau, Facilities Management. Anela Juliet Tagayuna, Accounting and General Creative Media. Jaden Harris Kalei-Kini, General Business Admin. Congratulations, Business Administration, Cybersecurity, and Applied Sciences candidates. We welcome the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Creative Media degree. Please rise and come forward. May I ask UH West Oahu for Creative Media Director Sharla Hanaoka to join the reception line. Oh, we say it now? Okay. Okay. Ian Bleakley, General Creative Media. Jake Stone Godfrey, General Creative Media. Charadel Busbusso, Design and Media. Gabriel Mahi Pu'uvai Garcia, Communications and New Media Technologies and Marketing. Gabriel Juan, Video Game Design and Management and Development with Distinction. Carly Matsumura, Communications and New Media Technologies, Certificate in Music with Distinction. Cyan Williams, Video Game Design and Development with Distinction. Noah Dodds Medeiros, General Creative Media with Distinction. Anna Temple, General Creative Media with Distinction. Wyatt Polk, Communications and New Media Technologies. Brian Tahini, General Creative Media. Kaylee Nakayama, Communications and New Media Technologies. Kaylee Pasco Martinez, Communications and New Media Technologies with Distinction. Manda Tong, Video Game Design and Development with Distinction. Yasmin Laxin Garrett, Video Game Design and Development with Distinction. Ariana White, General Creative Media with Distinction. Matthew Naki, General Creative Media. Creative Media candidates, please be seated. We welcome the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Education degree. Please rise and come forward. May I ask Dr. Mary Heller, Division Chair for Education, to join the reception line. Ryan Young, Elementary Education with Distinction. Michael Bagoyo, Elementary Education. Glenn Monfort, Elementary Education. Haniden Regen Felipe, Elementary Education. Danica Pacheco, Elementary Education. Andrew Simbahan, Elementary Education with Distinction. Nanianella Quinlan, Elementary Education with Distinction. Shaden Royce Molina, Elementary Education. Susanna Thomas Gerard, Elementary Education with Distinction. Chloe Faustina, Elementary Education with Distinction. Raiden J. Espiritu, Elementary Education. Macy McCutcheon, Elementary Education. Congratulations, education candidates. Please be seated.
We welcome the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Humanities. Please rise and come forward. I call on Dr. Kealani Cook, representing the Humanities Division, to join the reception line. Aloha Pula, English. Cassidy Bambino, History with Distinction. Cami Wong, History and Certificate in Asian Studies with Distinction. Jordan Abe, Film, Media, and Popular Culture and Certificate in Asian Studies. Dominique Cortez Montijo, English with Distinction. Maria Christina Pohl, English with distinction. Megan Tossi, English and Certificate in Asian Studies with distinction. Tyler Shipley, History. Abigail Gonzalez, English with distinction. Tomoko Yamashita, Hawaiian Pacific Studies with distinction. Travis Antonacci, History with distinction. Congratulations, humanities candidates. Welcoming next, the candidates for the Bachelor of Applied Science degree with concentrations in Health Information Management, Health Professions, and Hawaiian and Indigenous Health and Healing. Please rise and come forward. Will Dr. Esther Widiasi, Division Chair for Math, Natural, and Health Sciences, please join the reception line. Lindsay Millard, Hawaiian and Indigenous Health and Healing. Kaumako Onalani Leleo, Hawaiian and Indigenous Health and Healing and Certificate in Hawaiian Pacific Studies. Shelby Wilson, Hawaiian and Indigenous Health and Healing and Certificate in Hawaiian and Indigenous Health and Healing. Congratulations, candidates in Applied Science with concentrations in Health Information Management, Health Professions, and Hawaiian and Indigenous Health and Healing. We welcome the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration and Bachelor of Applied Science in Respiratory Care. Please rise and come forward. And will the Division Chair for Public Administration, Dr. Christina Liu, please join the reception line. Tien Tran, Justice Administration. Nikolai Redeker, Justice Administration. Alexis Schmidt, Justice Administration. Pierce Yoon, Healthcare Administration. Maria Jolina Benaza, Justice Administration.
Congrats. Stand up for your photo.
Shannon Dela Cruz, Healthcare Administration. Alicia Wilson, Healthcare Administration with distinction. Monica Togiola, Justice Administration. Zandra Morataya, Healthcare Administration. Crizel Pagala, Healthcare Administration. Paul Mendez III, General Public Administration with distinction. Shalay Kuanoni, General Public Administration with distinction. Danielle Sutherland, General Public Administration. Kirby Suginaka, Justice Administration with distinction. Janice Colpito, Healthcare Administration. Noehelani Marie Fian, Healthcare Administration. Navaya Santiago, Healthcare Administration. Tamira Torres, Justice Administration with distinction. Jamiefer Astilla, General Public Administration. Kim Joy Agpoon, Long-Term Care. Maria Elisa Escobedo, Justice Administration with distinction. Selvin Maro King, Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management with distinction. Kimiko Santiago Stevens, Healthcare Administration with distinction. Stephen Ruiz, Healthcare Administration and Certificate in Healthcare Administration. Gabriella Owen Mitchell, Healthcare Administration. Daniel Ethan Bantilan, Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. Juliette Paulino, Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management with distinction. Charlene Leleo, Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. Congratulations, Public Administration and Applied Science candidates. Please be seated. Would the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences please rise and come forward? And I call on Division Chair for Social Sciences, Dr. Orlando Garcia Santiago, to join the reception line. Ashley Leong, Psychology and Sociology. Kristen Iokia, Psychology with distinction. Kyle Echu, Sociology with Distinction. Kalia Lali, Psychology and Sociology and Certificate in Applied Forensic Anthropology with Distinction. Elin Gandauli, Anthropology. Alex Michael Sabalbaro, Anthropology. Brianna Rourke, Psychology. Donovan DeSoto, Psychology. Charlie Coloma, Psychology. Gabrielle Grohowski, Psychology. Cynthia Cox, Psychology and Certificates in Social Science, Health and Medicine and Gender Studies. Zachary Aghoili, Psychology. Cassidy Nicole Asperilla, Psychology. Jonathan Dalmacio, Psychology. Tori Ikeda, Psychology and Certificates in Substance Abuse and Addiction Studies and Gender Studies with Distinction. Amira Baluyot, Psychology with Distinction. Melissa Imahara, Psychology. Jolly Ramos Maene, Psychology. Nisa Gregg, Psychology. Ashley Kalaiva'a, Early Childhood Education. Congratulations, Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences candidates. You may be seated and our receiving line participants may return to their seats. However, may I ask Chancellor Benham and Vice Chancellor Barkhoff back to the podium, and will our faculty marshals Veni Liu and Stephen Taketa please take your position at front center stage.
Is it me? Is it me? Yeah, it's me. The Faculty Commencement Marshal is a duty of honor and distinction. Selected by their peers, they represent our faculty. The marshals serve a key role during commencement, leading our graduates onto the platform and leading them out. More importantly, they lead our students in the traditional turning the tassel ceremony. Please allow me to introduce our faculty marshals. Dr. Veni Liu was born and raised in Jakarta, Indonesia, and is a first-generation college graduate. She earned her PhD in mathematics from the University of Alabama and is currently in her 9th year at UH West Oahu as an associate professor of mathematics. She was recently awarded $1.2 million in funding from the National Science Foundation for a collaborative project aimed at developing content-rich, highly qualified, and culturally responsive secondary mathematics teachers who can fulfill our kuleana to Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islander students within high-need school districts in Hawaii. A recent graduate, Elizabeth Maluyo, shared this: Dr. Liu has a strong professional disposition that stands out, as she was always extremely dedicated to her work while providing a welcoming environment. She always planned a lot of interactive and hands-on activities to ensure that every student could engage in class, no matter what type of learner they were. Mahalo, Dr. Liu, for sharing your scholarship, your spirit of innovation, and commitment to learning and teaching with our students. Dr. Stephen Taketa is a clinical and forensic psychologist who has worked in mental health for over 20 years. He earned his Doctor of Clinical Psychology in 2009 from the American School of Professional Psychology. An alumnus of UH West Oahu, he earned his BA in Psychology. I just need to say that his daughter is in this graduating class, and his wife is also a UH West Oahu graduate. It's all in the family. As a tenured faculty member at UH West Oahu, he has developed and implemented the campus's mental health services and programming, which also serves our partner community colleges. A colleague of Dr. Taketa, Bev Baligad, shared that Stephen is an invaluable asset to our campus community and in the larger state, our work targeted on violence prevention efforts. Mahalo, Dr. Taketa, for your service and your stewardship, the fellowship that you provide, and your aloha shared with all our students and the communities that we serve.
Maikai. Okay, so this now is my favorite part. We come to it, not only because we're almost POW, but because we come to the exciting part of the conferral of degrees and certificates. Will all the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Arts in Creative Media, Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, Bachelor of Science in Natural Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration, and the Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences, as well as the students who are candidates for certificates, please rise. Eke po'o kulanui benhem. No ka haoli e ha'awi aku ai e keia mau mohokula. Ua ho'oko ia na koina ho'ona awao e la ko. A aponu ia no ka ha'awi ana I ke kekele a palapala kupono e na auna kumukula. Chancellor Benham, it gives me great pleasure to present to you these candidates. They have completed their prescribed courses of study, and they are recommended by the faculty for the award of the appropriate degrees and certificates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents and the State of Hawaii, I hereby confer upon you the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled. Graduates, this is a very important symbolic rite of passage from student to graduate. Keep your eyes on the faculty marshals who will guide you through this symbolic transition from candidates for a degree or certificate to holder of a degree or certificate. With your marshals as your guide, you will now move the tassel on your motorboards from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you UH West Oahu's 2024 graduating class, who we are celebrating their great achievements. Congratulations, University of Hawaii graduates.
Thank you, Chancellor Benham. Yes, graduates, you get to enjoy this moment. Take it all in. Everyone, family, ohana, and loved ones, this brings our commencement to a close. Now, it's time to celebrate. To view today's commencement ceremony online, please visit our website at westoahu.hawaii.edu. You may greet your loved ones, graduates, at the Great Lawn to my right. Please follow directions of the ushers as West Oahu ambassadors to give your graduates lei and gift and all the hugs and kisses that you like. Please take care, drive home safely. Thank you again for coming to our campus. University of Hawaii, West Oahu. Aloha.